AI to an AI product strategy for Google Cloud Databases. Thank you so much for joining us in this session today. We are going to talk about how you can build powerful knowledge agents using LlamaIndex and connecting to enterprise data in databases. And joining me today is Avery, Senior Software Engineer from Google, and we have a very special guest, Jerry Liu, CEO and co-founder of LlamaIndex. In today's session, we are going to cover the AI agent ecosystem as a whole in Google Cloud. I'm going to talk about some of the innovations we have built in Google Cloud Databases and also talk about other innovations within Google Cloud. Then Jerry will dive into innovations he's driving at LlamaIndex, and Avery will go into some of the integrations we have built out with LlamaIndex and Google Cloud Databases, and then she'll close out with a use case and demo. The AI agent ecosystem has been evolving rapidly, and as many of you know, GenAI is no longer a hype. It is driving serious impact across a lot of industries and businesses. And when you look at the numbers and predictions from McKinsey and Hitachi, these numbers are staggering to about $340 billion in additional value for banking. And there's a potential to drive an additional value of nearly $660 billion in CPG and retail. Not just this, but GenAI is also projected to drive a global GDP increase of nearly 7%. And all of this is a massive shift. No wonder business leaders are extremely concerned because they want to infuse GenAI in their businesses, but they have no idea whether they have the right data infrastructure in place to meet the rising demands of GenAI. 75% of enterprises are going to be taking their projects into production by 2026. Luckily at Google, we are at the forefront of all of these innovations, and we have been building and running these enterprise systems and building robust, multifunctional and multi-modal databases. So we know and we understand some of the challenges and scale that GenAI needs, and we have what it takes for all these customers and businesses to succeed. So let's take a look at some of the key trends we're seeing around AI innovation. We are now doing more than just generating text or interacting with text. We are interacting with multiple modalities like audio, video, and images. In addition to that, we are seeing a rise of AI agents and AI agentic workflows. Most of the employees within a company right now are using GenAI to access their knowledge and interact with information. So what are we doing in Google Cloud Databases to innovate around GenAI? We have already supported vector search across the entire database portfolio. In addition to that, we understand that natural language is a new interface modality, and so we support natural language to SQL. In addition to that, we want to make it really easy for LLMs to access databases. And so, for model access, we're making it very easy for both model access and inference, for both embedding and generative models to be called in context of database queries. So we are building the state-of-the-art GenAI and vector capabilities across our portfolio, and in addition to that, we believe in having a very open ecosystem, and that's where we have this talk with Jerry today, because we have integrated very closely with LlamaIndex, one of the most popular orchestration frameworks. In addition to that, we recently launched MCP Toolbox for databases to help developers easily connect their AI agents to enterprise data in databases. So what exactly are AI agents? The way I like to describe AI agents are model-powered entities that can reason, plan, and take action to execute a particular set of goals. And these goals could be achieved in a single iteration or multiple iterations. And typically, agents invoke tools in order to take actions. And these actions could be just calling APIs, calling services, calling other tools, or fetching data from a data source like a database. And there are 4 key components of an AI agent. So one of them is, of course, the model, where reasoning happens. Then I talked about the tools. The other one is the orchestration itself. Think of it as the agent brain. every AI agent has to behave in a certain manner. So think about it as if it is behaving like a particular user persona. So you have a marketing agent, you have a customer support agent, and so on. So you define that profile, you define the goals, and you define the instructions. In addition to that, you need to maintain the state and the memory. And then of course you have the agent runtime itself. Now as developers are building out single agent and multi-agent architectures, soon it gets complex as agents are invoking tools are accessing multiple different types of data sources. Then you have to handle the connection pooling, security, all of this gets chaotic. And so we introduced MCP Toolbox for databases to exactly solve this problem. So MCP Toolbox for databases sits between the application's orchestration and the databases. So essentially, it allows you to manage, build, manage, and deploy the tools very easily. And it also provides additional observability and security. Right now, we support some of our managed databases. In addition to that, we also support open source databases as sources, and we are also open to contributions from other databases. We also announced support for LlamaIndex a couple of weeks back, and we are announcing compatibility with MCP. As you can see in the brand name itself, MCP is an open standard from Anthropic that allows you to connect LLMs and talk to data sources. And in addition to that, we're also announcing support for ADK. Most of you would have heard about ADK or Agent Development Kit. We're also announcing support for that. So most of you, and as I'm walking through the hallway in Google Next, I'm hearing a lot of questions on how does this all fit into the other things that's happening around Google Cloud as a whole. So this slide essentially is to bring everything together around the agent ecosystem in Google Cloud as a whole. If you're looking to do information retrieval, knowledge retrieval, and knowledge cert, which within your organization, you want to register your agents, you want to have a deployed runtime. So you start with agent space, you want to get a deployed runtime for your agents, and a managed runtime rather, sorry, not deployed runtime, deploy your agents in a managed runtime. You can use Agent Engine. Irrespective of the framework of choice, whether you're using a popular open source framework or you're building with frameworks like ADK, you can still bring those agents and deploy on Agent Engine. What do you achieve with all of this? Using agent space and engine, you can get the goodness of all of the Vertex managed services and products. So for example, you can do evaluation, you can do observability, you can get the best of breed models such as Gemini 2.5 Pro, Flash, and in addition to that, you can also get access to the multiple models that we have on our model garden. In addition to that, you also get access to a lot of agent templates which are available in the agent garden. So that's talking about agent space, agent engine, some of the Vertex services, and agent frameworks. Now, if you want to get your tools to talk to data sources and databases, you use MCP Toolbox for databases. So this brings kind of everything together for you to build out AI agents within Google Cloud. So closing all this together, Google provides an AI-ready data cloud and best-of-breed database portfolio of services, AI ML services, data analytics services, and the best infrastructure, ML infrastructure for you to scale all your GenAI applications. And with this, I hand over to Jerry to dive into LlamaIndex.